Good evening. I hope all of you had a fantastic day. Me, it was not so great, but I'm still grateful. Um, I can't, it don't even matter. Don't even worry about it. Just know it's just one of those days where you can barely, you can't really just move like you want to, and sometimes it's this and sometimes it's Bissy and Dissy and voodoo and hoodoo, and what is it feeding off? Probably my mm, alcohol intake, maybe. Probably gonna get ready to have a drink in just a minute, so thank you. um Anyways, I'm just coming on quickly to most definitely say number one, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And number two, I also want to say that Miss Willis most definitely did respond today to the claims that the other lady, and again, I still don't know her name, should have looked it up. I know. That's horrible on my end, but she did respond to the lady's claim. I missed the first half of it, but I know the second half, what I was concerned about. She said that everyone that they have prosecuted, she's had evidence to back it up. Although it's still not looking so good right now in the YSL trial because the evidence is still not, is just not given. Um, However, you know, putting that aside and just looking at the accusation that was made that there were innocent people serving time that they didn't deserve. um Again, as I said, they have to have that evidence that she actually did that. Number one, we know it's not looking good in the YSL trial right now, but this lady said this is going on right now in real time, so she would have to have those victims in their cases, and what she claims to be unjustified, that has to be proven once again. And as far as the case where she said that she most definitely went to Miss Willis, DA Fannie Willis, about someone stalking her. DA Fannie Willis basically said, I guess this is the part that I missed, but I'm just gonna speculate, and just from where I came in on it, I guess she was just saying she has no, that's out of her jurisdiction how much time a judge is gonna give a defendant. That's out of her jurisdiction. She doesn't have anything to do with that. So if the lady's claim, which I think she is a representative, state representative of Georgia, um, if that is her claim, that has nothing to do with Miss Willis. That's what she was basically saying. So again, as I always say, evidence is everything, and I don't care if it weighs to, a pro or a con side. It just is what it is. The truth is the truth, and I'm just not seeing that in a YSL case. And you almost hate to mention some things because people just intentionally make things drag on, intentionally try to. And I understand a case has to have foundation, and I understand that, but if it's a together case, they've been in court now for I think like 71 days, and it's just no way in the world that it can be dragging out this long. The report, the I and you know what, I was in and out of that courtroom today. I have to catch a recap to see what was really going on. But, and I may be wrong on this, but I'm just going to speculate a little bit here. Okay. I think from when I was in and when I was out, I think was said, okay, when the driver, the tour bus driver, got up there and testified, If he had a lawsuit, I think he messed up his lawsuit. I'm not even gonna lie, because you said you did not even see Mr. Williams at the scene. Number one, number two, I'll just leave that alone. Okay, let me talk about something else. I'm gonna say most definitely with the tour bus driver. Um, he said that he saw cars that drove up by the tour bus. Then the detective get up there and say it was guys on bikes, and the guys on bikes was never saw. He didn't see that because he said, there was gunfire and everything, and he was all shaken up. But Mr. Adams had the voice of deliverance, because when Mr. Adams got up there and started, questioning him, it's like his tears went away and everything, so he, I guess, or it just might be the form of his questioning. It was good. It's always on point, pretty much. But so he said he saw a car, and then the detective. I don't know why I want to say he was a security guard. The detective said that it was two bikes that left, I guess, behind the tour bus, but the two bikes came back. And this is the part that I'm really confused on. The driver said he didn't know if Mr. Carter was in the back of the tour bus or not, but then the detective said that Mr. Carter was still at the club. So which one? Um, Unless I missed something. So it's like it was still two different stories. I didn't like the way when he received his supposed report. I didn't like the way that, you know, he was instructed not to read um, a certain thing out loud when he's just testifying, when he's just saying whatever he wrote in his report. Ms. Got to remember the test. I mean, everything so thoroughly, but to each his own, right? Because what somebody else may do, the other person may not be able to do it as well, recall as well. So that's understandable. But when I just don't like how she said, "Don't read this part out loud." Why not? If everything he testifying to, the jury got to hear it anyway. The courtroom need to hear it, and I wonder, was the defense provided with that report? That's why I didn't like the report on today, because it's like, did the defense get a copy before he even got up there? If they asked, right? Or did they know he was getting up there? I'm sure they knew he was getting up there, right? I don't know. You never know. Because it's witnesses. They're supposed to be witnesses, but they didn't know if witnesses were coming or not. So, just a whole bunch of blah, 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 blah. Make you just want to, not, you know. I'm not going to say that, because people will do, like I said, whatever you let them know bothers you, they will intentionally try to bother you. Number one, off offense, and number two, just because you don't like it. So sometimes it's just not worth saying anything. So I hold my peace on that, most definitely. But those were the things that would need to be cleared up for me, because I either missed something, or that's just how it's going. A testimonies that absolutely make no sense. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, because I don't really have much to say at all. And just make sure you stay true in all you do. And um, God bless all that has to sit through boring trials. Like, my goodness. And thank you all for all the legal analysts, as always, for telling truth, for being truth, and for doing a good job in your work. And this will probably be the last time you see me, for sure. Just keep your head up and make sure you execute. Later.